Hello friends and welcome back. Today I'm going to do a little unboxing of the Faded Chronicle planner. So I did order the bundle when it was available back in, I think it was either July or August that I ordered this, and it is finally here. So I'm going to do a first impressions unboxing. I haven't even opened it yet. I just cut the tape so that I could open it up. And yeah, after we do the first impressions and kind of go through the planners real quick, then I will pull out some of the other planners that we've already tested, and then we'll do a pen test and try to see differences in paper quality, pen testing, bleed through, ghosting, all that kind of stuff. So let's start with the first impressions. Came in this great big box, and open it up. So it's packaged in this foam stuff, and there is my receipt. And then let's get it out. Here are all three boxes. So I did order the A5, the B6, and the TN. That was the bundle deal. And there's this little pin right on top. Let me pull all of these out and get rid of the box, and then we'll open them up. So they're packaged beautifully. Got my great big sweatshirt on because, and let me turn the heater off. We just dumped on a whole bunch of snow and it is freaking cold. All right, this pen is super cute and it's magnetic. I love me magnetic pens. I love to put them on the covers, but this is what it looks like. Super cute, magnetic back. Definitely gonna put that on one of these. So I guess we'll start with the TN. I am obsessed with TNs right now. Getting my TN Traveler's Notebook TN ready for all of our trips, our travel trips. Funnily enough, I'm going to be using the travel notebook for travel, but I'm also kind of playing with it right now because I'm trying to get used to it and figure out my flow. But okay, I have no idea where I was, but I got interrupted, so I will start this part again. First glance, this looks absolutely, I love it already. I love it already. This color is absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's take everything out. So first things first, ooh, it's a debossed. I saw everybody else's. It says FC 2026 on this side, a little bookmark, and then this side has 2026 calendar on it, and it is embossed or debossed depending on which side you're looking at, but it is really, really good quality, thick, really thick. Then you have some tabs, some that actually have the months on them and some that are plain, and then down here you've got notes, yearly, monthly, daily, and lists, so you can add your little tabs on with whatever thing that you want to use, but I'm pretty sure you could probably write on this with some sort of like a pin pen or something like that. Then let's get into the planner. Okay, so I don't remember what colors I chose, but I don't think I chose the same color for all three, so hopefully that's the case. I'm just going to pull all of them out first, and then we'll go through them because they should theoretically be all pretty much the same. So the TN, it says here what you get in the inside, and this is the all-in-one for 2026. This cover is super soft. It's like a soft touch. Reminds me of a soft touch card. It's very, 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 very soft. I love the way it feels. And then, yeah, we'll go through this in a second, but there is the TN all-in-one. Then we'll do the B6. They all have these wiggly worms in them, so I gotta take them all out. Yeah, the B6 I did get in a different. I think the A5 I got in the fawn as well, but I knew I had picked a different one for at least one of them. Get all these boxes out of the way. Okay, same. You get the calendar, you get the tabs, and then the planner. So this is the B6 compact. I'll also go over the differences between the all-in-one, the compact, and the collective full year so that you can see all of them, but I'll leave this here for a second, so if you want to pause it and you can see, I did hear her say on her website, on the Facebook group, that she will be having any of the extras that they have available. She will be putting those up as well as any of the ones that didn't print properly. So some of the misfits will be up there soon. So if you like any of these three, you'll know what to go and look for when that chance comes. So let's take that off. And again, it's that soft year. It's absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. Amazing job. Amazing. So far, fantastic. Okay, next up is the A5, and I believe I got this one in that same fawn color because I love brown. I mean, I think if you're here, you already know that. Yeah, I did. But this one has a different, no, it doesn't. I thought that was something different. So there is, again, same of those. And then we have the A5. And this one, I'll put the thing up on the top so you can see it, the little wraparound. So you can see what comes in this one. If I can get it out of the wrapper. Oh, there. Now you can see what's in this one. And this is called the Collective Planner. So let's get started going through all three of these planners. Take a peek at them on the inside, what's different about them, what's the same. And then, like I said, the second part of this video will be pen testing and paper quality testing and all that kind of stuff. So let's start with the big one because I feel like most people are going to order the A5 or the TN. I don't think B6 is as popular as TN size and A5 size is, but I could be wrong. I really like B6 for some smaller things that I like to use them for. So I may or may not use this. I don't know. I probably will. So when you open it up, you've got your first page. Then it says Faded Chronicle, the Chronicle Planner. Then on your first set, you are going to have to kind of train your spine. This is not a lay flat. It was not advertised as a lay flat. So if you're looking for that quality in this notebook, you're not going to find it. But just like any Hobonichi or any of the notebooks, all you have to do is train your spine, which is basically kind of like a break it a little bit kind of a thing, and then it'll be fine. So you have 2027 here, which is great, and 2028 and 2026. So you've got 3 years worth of forward planning calendars here for you to check. And I've already said before, I use these mostly just to track like paydays and vacations and stuff. Then you've got 2 blank pages, which are perfect for doing like your vision board for 2026. This is also really cool and I think pretty unique to Faded Chronicle is this page right here with your quarterlies are changed up to something a little bit different where you have the months here. You've got some little blank things right here where you could add some stuff in. And then you've got these circles, which would be perfect for you to put like a sticker in each and then do your goals for your quarter one. And then you also have this right here, which is also a part of quarter one. So you can also do some tracking. So you've got like basically like an all-in-one quarterly thing that you can use, which makes this planner particularly good for business. I feel like business or content planners, content creators, which that is a business all in its own. This is a great place for you to forward plan each one of your quarters. Heater just came on. I will try to fix the buzz, but there will be some buzzing in the background. And then quarter 2, quarter 3. I love the way this is laid out, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. I like it much more. I mean, I love my Wonderland 222, not changing anything because that is my all-in-one, but this may end up becoming my business planner for this year. I may actually give up my I might. We'll see. I haven't made my decisions yet. So then you have something similar to what other planners have in them already, which is your whole entire year. This is the place where I usually put birthdays. So there isn't really enough space unless you write really, really tiny for you to put too much in here. But it gives you all of the days of the week, and it is specific to that month. So it's not just a random 1 to 31. It does tell you. Let me see if I can get close enough for you to see it. Hopefully this is focusing because I'm on my tippy toes, but I'm not 100% sure. But you can see here, 1 Thursday, 2 Friday, 3 Saturday, 4 Sunday. It tells you exactly what day it is, not just a random 1 through 31. And then you got to figure out what day is what. She thought of pretty much everything when it comes to this style of planner, and I think it's fantastic. Next up, you have a blank page. Again, you know I love my blank pages. And then you got a January overview, which gives you a full line of 1 to 31 and a little grid section at the bottom where you can kind of decorate or do whatever it is you want to do. Move right into your monthly. So you've got your January, one little calendar down at the bottom, nice big sidebar right here, and then your just basic layout, which is fantastic. Your weekends are highlighted, or shaded, I should say, to denote a weekend, but there's that. Then you get into your actual, like, I don't know what to call this page, but I feel like this is like a weekly overview kind of thing. I don't know what I want to use this for, but it says week 1 up here. So you get, I'm assuming you get one in front of every week, and it has your Monday through Sunday. Then you have kind of like a smaller section with the 29th through the 4th. So it's the last week of December, first week of January. You've got like, it's divided so you can section things off, put stuff here. Over here you've got some trackers, and then you've got 4 blank boxes. So I don't know if this is like forward planning or something like that where you would use it for your weekly, but I really like the concept. And for me, what drew me to this planner is the content creator part of me, who was really looking for an all-in-one planner that I can do like business stuff, content creating stuff, video prepping, all that kind of stuff in the same place. And this page right here does that for me. So I'm able to plan out what collections I'll be using, what to video, all that kind of stuff in this section. And I thought it was just brilliant. I think it's just brilliant. Then you move into your weeklies, which I got. It's just vertical. I think that was the only choice. I don't remember, to be honest. It was so long ago that I ordered it. But they're timed. You've got a timestamp here from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Or if you're a night shifter, you've got 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. So it just depends on which way you want to go. And you've got a nice sidebar here, little calendar at the top. I like this where it tells you week 1, December to January. And then your weekends have a little bit of shading to them. And yeah, it's just a standard vertical weekly, which I like. I don't want anything crazy. And then yeah, you do. So you get a forward planning for the next week, and then you move into week number 2. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. She is just on top of things. So that goes all the way through the entire year until you get to, and the pages are numbered. So if you want to do a key somewhere up in the front, you can figure out where your numbers are. But this whole little back section right here, when you get to December, which is also something I love, undated, do what you want with it. Just this whole second half of the book is all blank grid. So you can make them into dailies, you can do vision boards, you can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. This is fantastic. And that goes from page, well, I shouldn't say all the pages are numbered because they're not. Backtrack. I just realized that. Your actual grid, blank grid pages are numbered. And they're numbered 1 to, it tells you exactly how many pages you get. 1 to 232. So you get 232 blank grid pages, contact lists, and personal information, emergency contact, and then your back page, and then this gorgeous soft touch cover. So that is the collective all-in-one planner. Let's move on to the TN planner. I was hoping that the heater would turn off soon, but it didn't. So there'll be some buzzing through a lot of this video. Again, open it up, 2 blank pages. Very, very similar. This should be like almost exact to the A5 size. Again, with all of your forward planning stuff, I'll just flip through it quickly because you've already heard the spiel about all of these, but you've got your quarterlies, you've got your forward, your yearly. I'm gonna just peek. Okay, here we go. Monthly. Let's see if this is the same. Yep, forward planning week. And then blank. That's right. This is the difference. So this one has very unstructured. So this would be technically could be your weekly in the TN size right here, which this is going to be fantastic for traveling because each page, this is the weekly layout right here. So you've got Monday through Sunday. Same thing, you've got Monday through Sunday here at the top where you can write like small things. Up here would be a great place to track the weather, especially if you're on vacation. That would be fun to see what your weather was like on vacation. You've got a tracker right here, and then you've got these 4 boxes for whatever you want to put in them. And then you've got blank date, like blank pages that you can use for anything, which I think is great for travel because yeah, you're gonna wanna just put whatever you want in there, whether it's memory keeping or travel plans or photos or whatever you want to put in there. Perfect. And then you move into the next week, and then this is probably for the whole thing because you get so many of these blanks in between. There's nothing really in the back except for your contact list. Oh, this is nice. This is nice right here. So you've got your measurements. It tells you how many grids down, how many grids across, so that you can split your blank pages into however you want to put them. Half page, quarter page, full page. Yeah, this is fantastic. I love it when they give us these. As a matter of fact, this is something that might be, if she ever wants to do it, this might be something that would be nice to make as a board. What do you call them? You know what I mean? The backer board, the thing that you stick in between your pages to write on. If this came laminated, it would be fantastic because you could have all of these numbers and use them as you're setting up your pages. She may already have that. I don't know. It's not like an inventive thing, but if she ever wants to do that, that would be fantastic. Contact list and same personal information, emergency contact. And then my beautiful cover. Ooh, I love that. And then the B6, full year B6 compact. This beautiful black. Let's see if there's any differences to this one. So you've got same, same, same. It's nice that the fronts are all the same. Yearly. What are we doing this month? Monthly. Your weekly. Yep, this is exactly the same, I think, as the A5, but just in B6 size. So you've got a vertical planner, and then I'm guessing in the back. Oh, this one has much less as far as pages in the back. So now these would be like good little memory keeping spots, but you aren't going to do dailies back here because there's not enough days to do dailies. But some memory keeping spreads would be fantastic, like some special days, vacations, trips, whatever you want to put in here. And then another grid spacing guide. This one's a little bit different. And then your contact list. Everything else is the same. And then your back page. Okay, I'm going to go get all of the toys, and we will do, I'll just pick one book, probably the B6, and we'll do some page test swatching. Yeah, I can talk. I'm excited. I'm really excited about these planners. Some swatching and some different pen testing, and we'll check out the paper. I think I will use my Hobonichi, my Kinbor, my Wonderland 222 as reference for these because that's all I have right now. The Graceful Muse planners still haven't even given a date yet on when they're going to ship, so I'll do the same thing when they show up. I was hoping to be able to do them together, but I think she's really underwater right now with all the orders, and that happening at the same time as the advent calendars, I think has really just put a lot of stress on her. So when that stuff shows up, we will do a whole thing with that one as well. So let me go get set up, and then I'll be back and we'll do some swatching. Okay, it has been a little while. New nails, new clothes, new everything since I was able to actually get everything together and do this. So I brought out the B6, that's the one that we're going to do the pen test in. I have here, this one is the Kinbor, and we already did this pen test here, so we can just do it one time in this book and then kind of compare it to this one. This is the Hobonichi. Let me just pull it out of the case. Less space. So we did the same thing in the Hobonichi, which I will open this one up so we're on the same pages. There's the Hobonichi, and we did the Kinbor. So there's the Kinbor, which is not going to lay flat for me. So let me grab my Snoopy clip if I can find it. Not sure where I put Snoopy. I don't know. So I'll just grab another one of these. If I make a heavy end, it'll stay open. It just needs to be trained, and I haven't trained it yet because I haven't been using it. All right. Okay, so let's open this up to the back. I want to do the very back page because that's going to be where I test all the inks and all the things in this particular book. Okay, so let's take a look at the paper color. So this is the Hobonichi, so it's got all of the different colors inside of it, but let's see if we can find one that's black. So color wise, I'm going to zoom you in so you can see really good. This one looks a tiny bit creamier than this one. This one looks like a little bit more of a cool white, and this one looks more of like a warm white, but they're still pretty close in color. So Hobonichi wise, they're pretty close, but Hobonichi is definitely a little bit crisper of a white color, at least to my eyes. And then the Kinbor, same thing. This one's a little bit warmer toned white. This one's a little bit cooler toned white. And then the Wonderland 222 is creamier than this one. So this one is more of like a very warm white or a very light creamy color, whereas this one is white. So you can see, hopefully you can see the difference in those. I don't know how well the camera picks this stuff up. I won't be able to tell until I'm editing. And if it doesn't, then I don't know. I've seen a bunch of people posting stuff online, and yeah. It's the colors are just like crazy. I don't know what they're seeing, but thickness wise, this feels pretty thick compared to the Hobonichi, which is a much thinner paper. So this one feels much thicker. You can almost hear it. This is a very thin paper, which, you know, is Hobonichi. And then Kinbor is, I believe, the same GSM. Yeah, that's the same GSM as the Hobonichi, whereas that's definitely thicker. And then, yeah, for sure. So definitely her paper is a little bit thicker than the Hobonichi, but not by a lot. It's a little bit. If I remember to, I'll pop up on the screen right here what the GSM of her planner paper is. I don't know what paper she's using, but I don't know if she actually ever disclosed that, but I'm pretty sure that the GSM is on the website. So I'll pop it up there so you can see what the GSM of each one of these is, so you'll know what I'm talking about when I say it's a little bit thicker. And then feeling wise, when I feel them, it's got a little bit of a tooth to it compared to the Kinbor and the Hobonichi, but it's about the same type of a feel as the Wonderland 222. They feel about the same, just this is a thicker paper. So yeah, all right, let's work on doing some testing, some pen tests. Let's put something behind this just in case it does bleed. I don't know what it's gonna do. So I don't have a B6 board. I wonder if I could just put this one behind it. That's probably good enough because I'm only going to write right here. Okay, so I have, again, the Banu. The Banu is a pretty juicy writer, and it has Coffee Break in it by Colorverse, which is, as you can see, it's a very juicy writer. This is the Banu Coffee Break. Give it a good test. Okay, so there's that one, and wow, does it write good? That writes really good. I'm really hopeful that this paper is like awesome because yeah, I absolutely love how that felt. It felt really smooth, but still not so smooth that I was flying off the paper, which happens with a lot of smooth papers, is that I can't write on them. So this one is this is another juicy writer. It's a black, it's the G750. And this is that quick drying ink, and it's a medium type. So I believe it just says medium, and it's a gel pen. So there's that one. I know you're super close, but I want you to be able to see. And hopefully you can, and it's not like zooming in on my nails or something else stupid. Then we did the clean color in denim, the dot. So let's make some dots. And then I will write with this side. The one I didn't bring, because I don't think it's a fair test, is the Uni Pin, the oil-based one. It's not meant to write on this paper, so, but I did bring a replacement. So another fountain pen ink. This one is, where did I put my book? It's a black ink, but I'd like to write down. Bring out my ink book. I'd like to write down, not a black ink, I'm sorry. This is actually fog gray. It's just a juicy writer, so I feel like if it's gonna bleed through, and it'll probably bleed through. I thought I had black ink in this, but I guess I don't. And I'm writing upside down. So this is a Jinhao 10, and oh, that's why I was gonna do it. It has a document ink in it. So this is a permanent ink. It has document. So these inks behave differently in on anything than these do, because these are like a water-based ink, and these are a permanent ink. So that's why. I knew I put it over here for a reason, why I wanted to show it to you, but that might bleed through because that was pretty dark, but we'll see. And then we have the Tombow. This is the darkest Tombow I have, 977. There was a method to my madness of putting all this stuff over here, and then that's what happens when a couple days go by. You forget what the heck you were doing. And then this is the mild liner, and this one is the dark gray. All right, that's, I think, a good fair test compared to what we had over here and what we had over there. The only ones I left off were the thinner pens, because if these don't bleed through, these are definitely not going to. And we already know that these Uni pins, they definitely bleed through. So I didn't feel like any of the other ones were really necessary and to make you like sit here forever. So I'm going to zoom you out just a tiny bit so we can bring in. All right, so this one is the Kinbor. And you can see like the colors so that you can see if they are similar or not. To your eyes, to my eyes, they look completely the same. Like I don't see any color variation, especially this one is the one that you're going to see the biggest color variation. If it's not fountain pen friendly paper, you're not going to see a lot of what we're seeing here, which is the shadowing and the variation in the color. Fountain pen friendly paper really shows that up really well. So I'm really hopeful for the back side of this paper, because the front side is amazing. The mild liner went down a little bit weird. So I don't know if there's some type of a coating on this paper, but let's see. It dried okay, but when it went down, it looked like it was really wet, like super wet, but it dried okay. And then let's bring over the Hobonichi, which I closed it after I said I wasn't going to do that. Okay, so here's the colors in the Hobonichi. The only thing I'm noticing in the Hobonichi is the Zig dot marker is a little bit lighter, but everything else looks about the same. It might just be the pressure that I used, but everything else looks about the same. And then the last one is the Wonderland 222, which it also performed well. So there's that one. This one still, that Zig looks brighter to me. And so doesn't the mild liner, looks brighter to me. Yeah, so far, so good. Now for the big test. Please be good, please be good, please be good. Let's look at the other side. Okay, so definitely ghosting, but no bleed through, zero bleed through. Ghosting, yes, bleed through, no. So when you look at all of the other brands, let's pull over the Kinbor. And you're going to see that bleed through good. So that's why I didn't even do that one. But definitely can see ghosting on this one as well. But this one's actually a little bit lighter ghosting than the Kinbor. On the Hobonichi, let's has a lighter, it probably has to do with the fact that this paper is just a tiny bit thicker, but it definitely has a lighter ghosting on this as well from the Hobonichi. That one has a much more pronounced, you can see it's a lot darker on the ghosting. And then on the Wonderland 222, same thing. So Faded Chronicle, definitely less ghosting with all of the leading ones that I use. I'm sure that there's some others that you guys use that I did not show you, but I feel like hopefully I gave you enough of like the leading type stuff that will help you to see what this paper does. So yeah, so let's grade this. So far, oh, look at that. The Jinhao hadn't even dried yet. That's the other thing about the document ink is you got to let that sucker dry if you're going to use document ink, because it's a permanent ink. And it, yeah, now I'm angry because I like this page. Anyway, whatever. So let's, I've already ruined it. Might as well just close it. So let's grade these. So overall aesthetics, 10 out of 10. The cover is beautiful. It is soft. It is amazing. It looks beautiful. The rose gold foiling that she did on it with this beautiful black matte cover is fantastic. Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for sure. Definitely 10 out of 10. As far as the layout is concerned for this one, for me personally, the layout is an 8 out of 10. It has all the things that I feel like I need for to use for either or business, travel, or just a regular all-in-one planner. It has all of the things that I feel like I would need in my planner. Now, granted, we're looking at the B6, which I believe doesn't have as many daily pages in the back, but still definitely good. So I would say layout wise, we got an 8 out of 10 for this one. And then the overall aesthetics of this one is a 9. I just think it's absolutely fantastic inside and out. Paper quality is fantastic. The writing quality on it feels really, really good with a fountain pen and with regular pen, like my Zebra, no problem. The fountain pen, no problem. So Faded Chronicle is up high up on the list of planners that I would definitely purchase again. Now, as far as time it took to get to me from when we pre-ordered, all I can say is it did take a little while longer than the other planners did, but it's here before January, and that's really all that matters. It's the beginning of December and it's here. So I know a lot of people were freaking out because it was taking a long time for it to start too. And I did reach out to them and ask them if everything was okay back in November when we were told shipping was going to start. But she's been very open and posting every day in the Facebook group, keeping everybody up to date, which is fantastic, which is not the same as what you get from some of the other planners. So just keep that in mind. If you want to get this planner, she said that she's going to have some overstock and some oopsies and that kind of stuff over there. So it might be a good time for you to go and jump over to the website and see what she has available, if anything. If not, I would totally trust this company to buy next year, and this is probably going to be the planner that I buy for next year as well. So there's that one. And then when you're putting it up against like the leading brands, I would buy this over the Hobonichi any day. Totally buy this over it. And when I ordered all 3 planners. So you saw earlier all 3 of them. I put them away so I didn't ruin them, but hold on, let me grab them. So all 3 of these planners plus the pin, I believe, was just a little over $100 pre-order, but I will have to double check that. I'll put the price up here for you so that you know exactly how much I paid for them. But that compared to what you pay for a Hobonichi is like, you're never going to get 3 planners for that amount of money. If you're going with like the leading brand Hobonichi, it's just not going to happen. The Hobonichi I can't even speak to price wise, because I ordered this straight from Japan with that cover, so it was very expensive. With this cover and the planner, I believe it was like shipping and all, I believe my whole entire order from them, and I didn't get a ton. It was in one of the hauls. I think it was like $170. So it was quite a bit of money. You shush. No talking. Sophie's putting in her 2 cents on my planners over here. And then the Kinboards are very inexpensive. So if you don't mind going on AliExpress or something like that to order them, you can get Kinbors for pretty inexpensive. So if you're looking for a budget friendly, kind of just throw in your purse and don't really, it's not a big deal. The Kinbor is a good one. It's a good one. It's good. The paper quality is good. So rating wise, I would give, and price wise and convenience wise, I would give the Kinbor probably a 7 out of 10. Just because I'm not a fan of the layout. I wish it was a little bit, it's like a techo, you know, like the Hobonichi techo, which is why also the Hobonichi is not the techo is not my favorite either, because it has that same layout where you don't get, I just don't feel like there's enough variation in here. It's basically just a daily with some monthlies. So, but it's fantastic for just like, exactly that. If you want to do morning pages, stuff like that, this is a great one for that. And then the Wonderland 222, I feel like next year, so I always like the layout, not gonna lie. This is a layout that I absolutely adore. But it's a layout for me, it's a layout for a family. It's just an all-in-one planner. This is why I have this planner and a business planner, is because I don't feel like I can do both in here. I don't know. I feel like it just isn't set up for me to do both of my business and family stuff in the same planner. So would I buy another Wonderland 222 next year? Probably. Yeah, I would. Especially if she changes her paper back to the original paper that we had last year, because I really enjoyed it last year. But this particular planner, again, it's an A5 size. It's kind of a bigger one. I love it. I'm obviously going to use it this year, but I really do think I'm going to swap over my business planner to the Faded Chronicle, and I may even swap out my daily pages. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not sure, because I love all of those planners so much that I really want to find, maybe I'll do one of them for reading. I don't know. Anyway, I've got a lot to think about, because I've got one more planner coming from Graceful Muse, if it ever actually, poor thing. I did get shipping notification for something, but I'm not sure if that's just our monthly subscription or if that's, I don't know. I don't know what it is, because I can't tell by clicking on it. It doesn't let me know. So anyways, thanks guys so much for hanging out with me and checking out the new planners. And I hope that if I piqued your interest at all with this Faded Chronicle, that you will give them a shot, because these smaller companies put their heart and soul into these planners. I am not sponsored at all by this company, by the way, not at all. I don't really even know her, but I do know what it's like to be a small business struggling and trying to just make beautiful things that people will love, and she 100% nailed it. So anyways, that's all I want to say about that. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next one.